Angela.
I'm Leah.
And we out here.
Okay, y'all. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel as well. We post weekly videos and consistent content and reels every single week, so you'll have consistent content when you subscribe. So, this video was supposed to be posted months ago. But as we're preparing for another trip, we said, okay, let's go ahead and get this video out the way. So we have it. So some things that we loved and didn't love about Japan. Would you like to start us or you want me to?
Yeah, I'll start. Okay. One thing that I absolutely loved about Japan was that it was very clean.
Oh, so clean.
I love cleanliness, right? So the hotel was clean. The Ubers were very clean.
The trains.
The trains were clean.
The streets.
The streets were clean.
And this is a place where they don't have public trash cans. Like, there's no trash cans outside.
Yeah, I got that on the list too.
Oh, okay. But it's so clean.
It was just clean.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciated that. I love cleanliness, and so that was just a big pro to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually in big cities, sometimes you don't always get that. It's harder to keep big cities clean, but they do a good job of keeping their big city very clean.
And when you say when she says big city, I think she's talking about Tokyo, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about Tokyo specifically. Osaka was clean too. I mean, all the cities were clean. Okay. All the areas were clean. But yes, that's what I was talking about, Tokyo.
Okay, and we went to Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so one thing that I loved is that, let me preface this, okay? Because in the United States, I tip, but I tip usually because it's expected, not because I've had some extraordinary service, okay? Meaning that I know the people work for tips, but I don't feel like I ever get any. Since I've been to Japan, that's the best service I've ever had in my life.
Mm-hmm. I got that on my list. Mm-hmm.
Everywhere we went, the service was amazing and no tip is expected.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning if you tip, they're offended. Like they feel like you're insulting them with this little couple dollars you're trying to hand to them. And I don't know, like in the US, it's the opposite. It's like the tip is expected for even things that there's no real service. Like when you go to restaurants to order like Subway or Jersey Mike's, something whereas when I was a kid, there was never, I mean, there's like a tip jar, mm-hmm. right? You can give if you want, but it was never expected. But I feel like now it's expected. Meaning they have a little sign that comes up that says how much you would like to tip them. And I'm like, why do we have to tip for every single thing? I just don't get it. Especially when the service is what is expected. Mm-hmm. Like when I was growing up, I thought a tip meant that your service was above standard and you wanted to give them something additional. But now it means that you don't support workers if you don't tip, even when the service is bad. Like even, I get it for like Ubers, like Uber Eats or DoorDash and stuff, but you're tipping before you even get the service. Like, why am I expected to tip before I receive a service?
Yeah, we've left big tips for Ubers and they left it at the wrong place, lied about leaving it at the wrong place, took a picture at the wrong place, wouldn't want to go back and get it. I'm like, but I left a $15, $20 tip and didn't even get my food. But,
yeah.
So, yeah.
So I just really appreciate the immaculate service in Japan. It made me feel like royalty every day. And it could just be at McDonald's. I mean, we were just at a regular place eating, and the service is just above and beyond everywhere.
She's not lying. I got best service, ! That's all I had. Yeah.
That I've ever experienced.
It was
which
good.
Is crazy to me.
It was good. And one thing that I loved, the food was excellent. The food was very, very good, and it was reasonably priced. Mm-hmm. And that may be different. That may be the currency difference that made it so reasonably priced, right? In US dollar, it was reasonably priced, right? And there was a lot of food options. Every corner you turned around, there was a food option.
There's food everywhere, man.
There was like strips of food, like get off the train, food. And when I mean food, I don't mean like 2 or 3 places, like at the airport. I mean
lots of restaurants. There would be like these little alleys full of restaurants. Like the streets, you would think the street ends here, but then you turn over here and you turn over there, and all those little turns are filled with
upstairs.
Downstairs.
We went to a restaurant on the 4th floor. And it was like, oh, come on up. I'm like, oh, I don't know where we're going, but okay. But the food was excellent to me. I don't eat a lot of Japanese food here. I do. I eat some hibachi and, sushi and typical stuff, but not often. But the food was delicious.
Man,
the food was good. The food was really good.
Yeah, and you get your money's worth for sure.
You do get your money's worth.
Yeah, and they get big portion sizes. Like, I'm like, I didn't expect the portion sizes to be so large. Like, you would get a huge bowl of ramen, a big couple pieces of chicken. I'm like, they trying to make us bigger than we are. The portion sizes were huge. Yeah. Okay? But it was good. Mm-hmm. Another thing that I loved, man, the hotels had heated toilet seats and bidets.
I don't know why I don't have that written down.
The toilet seats were warm. It was a relief.
Amazing.
Man, I said I wanted to bring one of those toilets home. They were just so nice. It was comfortable.
It was nice. Best
toilet ever. That's all I got for that one.
Nothing else needs to be said about that one. It was excellent. I also liked that there was a big variety of things to do to satisfy, I think, anybody's taste. There was things you can do that was adventurous. There's things for children, families. I went down to the darker side of town, and it was strips of different type of things. I didn't enter, of course, but that was cool. Like, there was... I know.
I'm just kidding. No, go ahead, continue.
There was plenty of shopping. So there was just a lot of different things to do.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that. No boredom at all.
Yeah. To kind of add on to that a little bit, it's extremely walkable and commuter friendly. So there's trains everywhere. There was a train station below our hotel, like the same building. Like, you literally just go downstairs to get on the train. There are, or subway, whatever you want to call it, metro, depending on where you're from, subway, metro, train, Shinkansen, bullet train, whatever you want to call them, they're everywhere. Taxis. Now, granted, the taxis and Ubers are very expensive, but that's just because you really could take a train anywhere. So the traffic is crazy, but the trains are actually very affordable. Like, I'm talking about some places we would spend like 30 cents, like something really small, US cent, like something small amount to get places.
And they came so frequently. I remember when we were in different places, you were like, oh, if you missed it, you gotta wait 15 minutes. If you miss it, there's 5 minutes right behind it. Yeah. Like, they were very frequent. At first we were having some trouble, figuring out which direction to go. I think that was just more language barrier. We had to, get our Google Translate up. But the trains were very easy to me. Like, we got a hang of it.
Yeah, we got a hang of it pretty quickly too.
We did. And
they have buses.
Buses. Yeah. That's true.
So there's whatever type of transportation you prefer, it's available. You might pay a little bit more for the Ubers, but if you want to save money, ride the trains. And they're quick, the trains.
They are quick and clean. I just love how clean.
And they had some trains for just women only, like women and children, which was nice.
They did, yeah. Let's see, what else do I got? I really appreciated the historical sites. I really liked that. When we went to what was it, Kyoto, we saw some of the older temples that they had there. We did a couple different tours that we really enjoyed, like the geisha tour, learning about the history of the geisha, seeing their old, like, their sites are beautiful. Like, the buildings were beautiful. You can see the history in the buildings. Of course, different architecture. So I really enjoy seeing that.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful buildings. Lots of history to learn. It was wonderful. I'll say also, listen, we only been one time, but from that one time, we were there for maybe 2 weeks, if that. The society in general, if I can generalize here, was very friendly and considerate.
I got respectful. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to explain that further, but I'll just say respectful, considerate, and friendly society.
I agree. That was my last one.
Okay. So I also have that I love is that the Wi-Fi is available everywhere. Every train we were on had Wi-Fi. Every large mall we went to had Wi-Fi. So there's really no reason you don't have access to the internet.
That is very true.
Because there's Wi-Fi everywhere.
Most of the restaurants I entered in, I could get on the Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's very true.
And then also, there's very little crime there. I felt very safe. Can't beat that. I like feeling safe. I like not being around a lot of crime. So, did you have anything that you didn't like about any parts of Japan?
Yeah, there were some things that were a little overwhelming for me.
Okay. I see your first one. I think we got the same one.
Yeah, so this is Tokyo specifically, because when we went to Kyoto, we didn't experience this. But it was crowded, y'all. When I tell you it was crowded, there was people everywhere.
Yeah.
You couldn't turn left or right without somebody being right beside you, behind you,
in front of you. Sometimes you're standing on the train like this.
Yeah.
Because if you turn any other way, there's people like everywhere. That's my first one too. I said that it's so crowded in Tokyo. Yeah. What city was Universal in?
Universal was in Osaka.
Universal was very, very crowded too.
Universal was crowded as well, yeah.
Mario World was ridiculous. Even when I go back and watch those videos of like how many people were in that area.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Those lines were crazy.
It was crazy.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
The good thing about that is though that there was a lot of tourists at the Universal. I think that's where I saw a lot of tourists there. In Tokyo, there were a lot of course, natives. Seemed to be natives there. At that one, I liked that the people kind of took on the Japanese respectfulness that we talked about. Everybody was very nice and considerate. So the crowds didn't bother me for that reason. Okay. It wasn't like, we were bumping into people and people were rude. It wasn't any of that. It was just crowded.
It was just a lot of people.
Yeah. I used to have the statistics. It's like the same size of New York City, but like, I can't remember how many more people. And like, it's a lot. It was a lot of people, but yeah.
To add on to that, space is limited and everything is tiny. So true. Like the restaurants are small. Not all of them, but a lot of them. A lot of the stores are very small. And even like down to like the hotel room was pretty tiny. That.
Yeah, the hotel room wasn't too big.
No, it was tiny. And like the stuff that you typically find inside of a hotel room in the US was like in common areas for everyone to share. So like an ironing board was in the common area. Yeah.
Put my iron in my room. I don't want to go down to the second floor.
Yeah. I got used to it.
Okay.
Yeah. I know it's your turn, but I didn't write this down and I don't want to forget it.
Okay.
But they love to save energy in Japan, right? So that means that it's often very hot inside places, right? And dark. So like in our hotel, the lights were always really dim in the hallway. It was dark in those hallways. And then like I went to this meeting and I walked to the meeting, and by the time I got there, I was so hot. Like I'm wearing like a professional suit and stuff. There's no air conditioning.
You probably walked in like, "Phew, I'm almost there, almost to the air."
And guess what? They had the windows open. So yeah, I'm like, I didn't want to like pass out or faint, and I didn't have water, and they had tea to drink there. Granted, it was cold tea, but it was still not water. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you always have water on you, because there may or may not be air conditioning on to like, what we're used to in the US. Yeah.
Very true. Okay, I didn't hate this, but I did kind of feel uncomfortable. I knew it though before I went. They do dress very modestly. So I say that to say, I sometimes like to wear some tight clothes. Nothing revealing, just tight. And so I was there with my tight jeans on, like, okay, I wonder if they're looking at me because no one else has anything tight, remotely tight on. So I was like, I don't know, that kind of stood out to me because I was like, oh, am I clothes too tight, or are they looking at me? Nobody said anything, of course.
But sometimes you just want to make sure you dress for
Yeah,
the culture. That's all.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's exactly it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you too.
I didn't have very many cons. I love Japan.
Okay, this is not. I didn't hate this again.
Okay.
But so this was actually a pro and a con. The city was so clean because there's no eating allowed. Like, it's not typical to eat outside. I like to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say it's not like against the law,
No.
but it's just common courtesy. Like, it's considered rude, I think, to eat and walk there.
Yeah, I didn't see not one person carrying a cup, a bag of food, or anything. I personally, like, if I order something from Starbucks, I don't want to have to finish it there. I want to carry it with me openly. And what if I want to eat outside and enjoy the weather?
They said, what if you don't?
What if I don't? That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it really does a big thing with them. That's when you mentioned the trash cans. There's no trash cans outside.
Yeah.
And it was still clean. So I guess it really helps that they don't practice eating outdoors like that.
Well, not necessarily not eating outdoors, not eating and walking.
Eating
or
and
not
walking,
eating,
yeah.
like, on the go, rather. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see anybody eating and sitting either, really. But
I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
These are, I didn't. Yeah.
Okay. Did you have any others?
I didn't hate nothing.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, I loved everything, and I'm excited to go back. And
Me
I usually
too.
don't like going to places twice.
No, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It was really good.
It was a lot of fun. It was beautiful. It was different. It was. I felt welcomed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So can't beat that.
Yep.
But let us know in the comments. Have y'all been to Japan before? Did y'all check out our Japan videos? If so, let us know what you thought. This year, I can't remember where we're going.
Somebody asked me to, and I said, girl, I don't know. I just booked
go.
the flight.
I don't, but let us know if there's anything in Japan that you would like to see us visit and give you tips on, or check out for you all, and we'll try to make it happen. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel as well. We post weekly videos and consistent content and reels every single week, so you'll have consistent content when you subscribe.
Yeah, we going, so let us know.
Let us know while we there. All right, y'all.
Peace.
All right, y'all. It's been sweet.
Check us out next week
When we out here
in these streets. Peace.